Hello and welcome to tutorial number 10. In this tutorial we'll begin the neuroanatomy. We will first begin with the spinal cord. This here is the spinal cord seen from posterior view from the back. The level here, indicated by these two shades, this is the foramen magnum of the base of the skull. It separates the medulla of the brainstem from the rest of the spinal cord. So you can also call this area, the foramen magnum, as the medullospinal junction. So spinal cord runs from the foramen magnum all the way down to the sacrum. There are also, like the vertebral column, 4 parts to the spinal cord: cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacrocardiac. This portion here is not really functional. It's just a little extension of the spinal cord, and it's called the phylum terminalis, or the terminal phylum. The spinal cord does not run the entire length of the vertebral column. Okay, it only runs from this foramen magnum to here, ending in a little cone-like structure called the conus medullaris, and then terminal phylum continues from there. Okay, so the spinal cord really ends here at the L1. Okay, at the first lumbar bone, usually L1, L2. Okay, so it goes all the way from the foramen magnum and C1 to L1. This here is a closer view of the spinal cord. So up here would be C1, the foramen magnum, and it goes down and ends here at the level of L1, ends as a cone-like structure called conus medullaris, and the terminal phylum then continues downward. The terminal phylum will go all the way down to the tip of the sacrum. This here, I just made a simplified sketch of the structures that surround the spinal cord. So this is your spinal cord, okay? And then it is surrounded by 3 layers. We call the first layer that's in contact with the spinal cord. It directly wraps around the spinal cord. This is the pia mater, okay? Pia mater. Now, we will call this spinal pia mater because it's the ones that are, these 3 layers are also present in the brain, and we call those cerebral. Okay, so this is spinal pia mater. Okay, there. And then the next layer, so this one is the spinal pia mater. Then you have this black part here. This is called the spinal arachnoid mater. Spinal pia mater, spinal arachnoid mater, spinal dura mater. Between the pia mater and arachnoid mater is subarachnoid space. Okay, it's like a meshwork space, meshwork-like appearance with space inside, and within that space runs a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid, which we'll talk about later. This here, I again redrew this drawing up here. Okay, so the spinal cord, pia mater, subarachnoid space, dura mater, and arachnoid mater. You can see the pia mater, which is this area here, also gives off like kind of a triangular shaped extensions called the denticulate ligaments. Okay, denticulate ligaments. The denticulate ligaments are extensions of the spinal dura mater. They're not present in the brain, only here in the spinal pia mater. Extensions of the spinal pia mater that go and attach to spinal dura mater. Okay, so they have to go through the subarachnoid space, pierce the arachnoid mater, and then anchor to the spinal dura mater. So the purpose of denticulate ligaments is that they connect the spinal cord, they anchor the spinal cord to the spinal dura mater. Okay, and there are not just 1 or 2. There's many. There is many of these denticulate ligaments at going like this, the entire length of the spinal cord. Okay, and we'll see later that between each adjacent denticulate ligament emerge these spinal nerves. Okay, like this. Okay.